Yay, we are live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Swahili Sunday. It's another wonderful Sunday, and I'm here to share some great information today about Fashion Revolution, which is going to be our Swahili word for the week. But before I get into all that, I had a funny thought. I actually went yesterday. Oh my gosh, I went yesterday to an event with people. There were people. It was an event. It was at the YWCA in San Pedro. It was a fundraiser. There were items to bid on. It was a silent auction. I won the tea basket, of course. I love tea, so I won the tea basket, and I was really happy about that. But as I was looking in my closet, thinking about what I was going to wear, it was kind of the first time I think I've thought about getting dressed for an event other than something online. Now, when I speak online, I'm not wearing sweats or whatever. Today I'm wearing it's kind of hard to see, I'm wearing my Baskets and Beads t-shirt, which I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. But I started that little phrase, when they talk about clearing the clutter out of your life and to clear your closet and to look at things that you haven't worn in a year and get rid of them. That would be my whole closet if I were to get rid of things I haven't worn in a year. I have a lot of speaking clothes. I haven't spoken on a stage since the end of January of 2020. And it's kind of funny thinking about, okay, if I were to get rid of my clothes, it would be most of my closet. So I don't think that clear the clutter tip actually applies this year. Anyway, but I just thought that was funny. But I did go to an event yesterday. We raised some money for the YWCA for the programs that they do there, and had a nice meal. It was really nice to be with people. It was outside on their patio. It was great to actually see people in person. And I've been doing the second Saturday thing up at the Parkview Village in Long Beach, which we're having our next one on May the 8th, which is World Fair Trade Day and the celebration of Fair Trade Long Beach anniversary. But that's not the same as going to an event where you sit down and you actually get to talk to people and have some lunch or whatever, some food, and actually communicate with people. I actually had to think about bringing business cards. It was interesting, so I had a good time with that. But today, what I want to talk about today is, let's talk about our Swahili phrase, which is Fashion Revolution. Mapinduzi ya Mtindo, which means fashion revolution. What is fashion revolution and what is that about? And why am I talking about that today? Well, the Fashion Revolution week leads up to the anniversary of the Rhona Plaza collapse in Bangladesh. And I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to share my screen and show you photos of that plaza when it collapsed. Let me see. Oh, I think I have to actually click on the photos first. I always forget how to share things on StreamYard. Okay, let's see. I'll go ahead and share the screen. We'll share that. Okay. All right, so this is the Rana Plaza collapse that happened April 24th in 2013. And this is in Bangladesh. I'm going to read some things from Wikipedia so you understand what this is about. This collapse killed 1,138 people, or 1,134 as it says in Wikipedia. So it's over 1,100 people perished in this. Approximately 2,500 people were injured. They did pull people alive out of the rubble. And you wonder how this could have happened. It was, so the building contained clothing factories, a bank, apartments, and several shops. The shops and the bank on the lower floors were immediately closed after cracks were discovered in the building. The building's owners ignored warnings to avoid using the building after cracks had appeared the day before. Garment workers were ordered to return the following day, and the building collapsed during the morning rush hour. So the factories there where the garment workers were manufactured apparel for brands including Benetton, Bon Marché, Prada, Gucci, Versace, Moncler. the Children's Place, Corte Inglés, Joe Fresh, Mango, Matalan, Primark, and Walmart. And the head of the Bangladesh Fire Service and Civil Defense said the upper 4 floors had been built without a permit, so there's the first problem. The architect said the building was planned for shops and offices, but not factories. Other architects stressed the risks involved in placing factories inside a building designed only for shops and offices. Noting the structure was potentially not strong enough to bear the weight and vibration of heavy machinery that's used to manufacture clothing. One day before the collapse, they say TV footage showed the cracks in the building, and the building was immediately evacuated, and the shops and the bank on the lower floors were closed. Later in the day, the owner of the building said to the media that the building was safe and workers should return. Managers at EtherTex, which is one of the manufacturers, threatened to withhold a month's pay from workers who refused to come to work. So basically, they were forced to go to work in that building, and many of them died, which is a big problem. The direct causes were the building was built on a filled-in pond, which compromised the structural integrity. The conversion from commercial use to industrial use, that was a problem because it was only supposed to be for commercial, not industrial. The addition of the 3 floors above the original permit and the use of substandard construction materials and dubious business practices and administrative practices. So basically, these people were forced to work and they perished. And Fashion Revolution Week and Fashion Revolution was developed as a way to bring attention to the poor conditions, the slave labor conditions, the conditions that factory workers work in various places around the world. Not only in places around the world, but in the U.S. too. We've had sweatshops discovered in downtown Los Angeles in the garment district down there as well. So it's Fashion Revolution ever since this happened has brought attention to this situation to make people aware. You may have seen signs about who made your clothes or I made your clothes. That's Fashion Revolution Week, bringing attention to that situation so people can understand who made the clothes. Let me get myself back in here. Remove that. All right. So that's what Fashion Revolution Week is about. And the whole thing about being aware of who made your clothes, where your clothes were made from. Look at the labels. Look at things. Do you know who's making your clothes? Are they getting paid fair wages? Are they getting paid slave labor? Are they forced to work? The chocolate industry is a big offender of that, as I've spoken about before, and so is the fashion industry. So Fashion Revolution Week is a week to bring attention to that, leading up to and around the anniversary of the Rhona Plaza collapse, and to make people aware of where their clothes are made from. So you see behind me right here, this is a Baskets and Beads shirt. Now, the shirts that I get, and the one I'm wearing, comes from Bella Campus. Bella has a factory in downtown Los Angeles that I have personally visited. And that factory is clean, it's well run, the people look like they're enjoying their work to be working there. I personally toured that factory because I've used Bella shirts a lot. And on their website, they actually talk about, they're not fair trade, they're not a member of the Fair Trade Federation, but they talk about fair trade principles and how they treat their employees and how the whole supply chain process works. And also this company was also another one that I just used a couple of shirts. This one, and there's one with a gray, it's black sleeves and gray. You can see it at basketsandbeadskenya.com. I use these kind of as a different style as well. And I looked at their website to see what their fair trade practices were to make sure that that was in alignment, especially since I'm a verified member of the Fair Trade Federation. Anything I sell has to be reviewed by the Fair Trade Federation to make sure that the companies, even if they're not members of the Federation or Fair Trade certified, that they are practicing fair trade practices. And it's amazing to me. I wasn't really cognizant of it before. I'm wearing a pair of black jeans from Frank Lyman. Frank Lyman is one of my favorite designers. I love the clothes. They fit me great. And on their website, they say proudly made in Canada. And I didn't really pay attention. I assumed because on the website it says proudly made in Canada that everything was made in Canada. But the pants I'm wearing are made in China, not Canada. And we know a lot about China factory workers, that there's a lot of forced labor and slave labor there, and low wages and poor working conditions and things like that. So can you actually buy everything fair trade? Not yet. It's not possible, but you can make yourself aware of who made your clothes. Are the companies that are manufacturing your clothes using fair trade practices, or using practices that enable the workers to earn a working and living wage? Are they in safe working conditions? This situation in Bangladesh, there was unsafe working conditions, and they were threatened. Can you imagine you're going to work somewhere and you feel unsafe going to work, and they tell you, oh, guess what? You can't, if you don't come to work, I don't care if you're scared to come to work. I don't care if there's cracks in the building. If you don't come to work, you're going to lose a month's pay. Who can afford that anywhere, to lose a month's pay, unless you have significant savings? And most people don't. Even in the US, most people don't have significant savings to be able to afford to live without a month's pay. So they went to work anyway, taking that risk because they had to feed their families, and they had to take care, and many of them paid with their lives. So the fashion revolution is a way to bring attention to this situation here that happened in Bangladesh, and that it never happens again, and that we're aware of where we buy our clothes from and who manufactures our clothing. As a matter of fact, I printed out the whole thing you can go read this on Wikipedia if you're interested. If you just put in Rhona Plaza building collapse, or Bangladesh building collapse, it'll come up. But there was something here I was reading where they were, let me see, I didn't highlight that, but I just thought about it. They were trying to do, they're trying to put together an act to make sure that the workers were taken care of. And it said that Walmart refused to sign that, and I haven't looked further into that to see how that manifested, but I have to verify the facts on that. But you think about, okay, who makes my clothes? Who makes, and that's the whole thing with our products in Kenya. There's no middleman in the supply chain. It's from them to me. They make it, and they ship it to me, and I sell it. And I do have some wholesale customers, so there's a little extra in the supply chain for them. But I know who makes the products, and I know how the conditions that they're working in. Unfortunately, right now they're doing this in their little huts because we're having a difficult time in purchasing or renting a place for them to work. I attempted the last time I was there to rent a place for them to work, but because they're from the Turkana tribe and they're not living in their region, there's prejudice against them, and nobody wants to rent to let the Turkana in. I think I shared about this before. We have our tea party at a place there, and we schedule a room, and they will wait until we come because they won't be let in. It's sad. They're discriminated against in the area that they live because they live in a slum, I guess, or because they're from the Turkana tribe, and everybody else there is not from the Turkana tribe, and there's this tribal clash type of thing. So that kind of thing happens everywhere. But fashion revolution, oh, hey, Cecilia, what's going on? Fashion revolution, that's our Mapinduzi Tendo is our phrase of the week. So go do a little research on that, and consider, actually we have merch. We have this shirt available, and then we also have the other one that's black sleeves with a heathered gray look. It's really nice. There's not many of these left because the I took them to Kenya and gave them to the ladies. I need to order some more. But you can get one of these and know that it's made by a company. The t-shirts are made by a company that does fair trade practices, and then there's a place that kind of family-owned business that puts the logo on it for me. So I've done that research, and I know who makes our things. And it looks like something. I guess it's not going in the community. And so that's what I wanted to share about Fashion Revolution. That's what Fashion Revolution Week is. And we at Baskets and Beads Kenya are very involved with that, understanding who made your clothes, where were they made, where were they manufactured, just like with the jewelry. Now, of course, you get a necklace like this. This is made out of paper. It's a paper bead necklace, and it's a little more expensive than if you were to get one of the other brands that you can get for $5. But that $5 jewelry brand was made in China, and you don't know what the working conditions of those workers are. Yeah, you may be getting it on the cheap, but are you really supporting workers? Are you really supporting people to be able to feed their families? Or are those people working in slave labor type factories and conditions similar to the one in Bangladesh that could end up costing them their lives because the factories aren't built well, excuse me, or the conditions are not good. There's probably not good air quality because they don't have the regulations like we have here in the US, so you have to consider all that. My ladies do this in their huts right now, but they eventually, our goal is to have a place. So you know that when you buy this necklace and it comes to you, that it's helping to feed a woman and her family, that it's helping to feed a woman and her family that wouldn't otherwise be able to, that might have had to prostitute herself, or might have had to pick food scraps out of the dumpster, or might have had to sell illegal alcohol. And when they get caught selling illegal alcohol, illegal alcohol is like moonshine. They make it, and it's illegal in Kenya. And if they get caught, they get sent to jail, and their children either have to be taken care of by somebody, or they have to be go into an orphanage, or they go to the streets. So this enables women not to have to do that, to be able to do that. Oh, and also my headband. I don't have any of these online because there's so many different ones. These are available in Fairtrade Long Beach, but if you're interested in one and you're online and not living in Southern California, I'm happy to PM me. I'm happy to do a video call to show you all the different colors there are. It's made by one of the ladies. I just love it. It's cute. It's great for, oh, I just don't want to do my hair today. I'll stick a headband on and look cute. Anyway, so that are the things you're buying enabling you to support other business owners. Our ladies we consider them small business owners, and we're helping them be in business. Now, unfortunately, like I say every week, the things in Kenya are still not great. I can't go there. It's not safe for me to go there. And not safe in the sense of, okay, whatever, I could go there, but I would end up putting people in danger that were around me, because people in Kenya, they're struggling. In Kitale, they knocked down a whole area of businesses, so those people are out of business and out of work. So, and then everything's still shut because of the virus there. There's no traffic into or out of Nairobi. There's no ability for the ladies to set up in the street market and walk the streets with beads. Sales are pretty dismal there, so we are still raising funds for food packs. Next week, I'm going to show you what the latest donations. We did get them food packs, but we had some extra, so we got shoes for all the kids, because in the past I had seen pictures of kids sitting there with big holes in their shoes and shoes falling apart, and I thought, gosh, we just can't let that. So we bought shoes there. We supported businesses there buying shoes, just like we do with the food packs. We buy food from the local economy, so any money that's donated gets sent to Kenya. Our director Layla in Kenya gets the funds, goes and orders the food packs, puts the food packs together. She buys it wholesale, and then she puts the food packs together with some help, and then they get it to our ladies. But this time we had some extra funds, so we added shoes for the kids, and we added some jackets, and I had sent some clothing from downtown LA as well. And so I'm going to share that next week, pictures of all the kids having their new shoes, so they'll be able to walk in. It's the slum area is built on an old landfill, so if you walk through there, there's trash and stuff kind of coming up out of the dirt. So this will help them to not have all that on their feet, because they have new shoes now. And we also have provided school uniforms, and we're going to continue help. I'm actually going to change the slogan. I had the slogan of Baskets and Beads Kenya being empowering women, saving children, but I'm changing it to empowering women, educating children, because I think education is the key to give them a future. So we want to make sure that we continue to, if they can't pay school fees yet because they are not earning enough income, or they can't buy uniforms, we're going to help as much as we can. So any amount of donation would be appreciated at basketsandbeadskenya.org, basketsandbeadskenya.org. And I will say that Mother's Day is coming. Oh my gosh, Mother's Day. If you purchase today through midnight and use the code LIVE2020, you'll get 10% off. Get somebody, if you're looking for a Mother's Day gift, get one of these gifts. You can get a paper bead necklace, you could get a t-shirt, you could get one of the seed bead baskets. Those make really nice gifts. Maybe a trivet, something like that, or one of the other baskets. Any product like that would be great. We do have some pillows. I haven't put those up yet. If you're interested in those, you can PM me and I can send you pictures. But those all make great gifts for Mother's Day. But if you don't know what to get a gift card. We have gift cards. Look at my basketsandbeadskenya.com. There's a tab there with gift cards. So you can get a gift card in any amount. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. You can get a gift card in any amount, and that I just had some gift card purchases go through. So this is on the phone. So on the tab right there, you see it says gift cards, and you can click on gift cards, and there's all types of denominations. You can choose $10, $25, $50, $60, $75, $100. So you can choose any denomination of gift card if you don't know what to get the person. So sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know what to get somebody for Mother's Day. This would be a great gift because it's from one mother to another. All these women are mothers, and you're helping. Some of them are grandmas, like Elbit, or one of our older mamas, is taking care of 4 of her grandkids. So she's being a mama all over again. So she's a mama and a grandma. That you can help from one mother to another. You can give a gift that's helping a mother succeed in business to a mother. So it's a Mother's Day gift from a mother to a mother. You can be sure that these gifts were all made by women who are mamas and who are working hard to support their children. So basketsandbeadskenya.com. Don't forget about Mother's Day. All right, that's about all I have for today. I did actually hear a phrase today that was pretty interesting, because as I'm more and more online, I'm getting more and more attacked by nasty people. Sometimes people will put nasty messages. I have some ads running, and sometimes the messages are put on the ad, or I'll get a message from somebody either on Instagram or through Facebook, or they'll make comments. Somebody called me ignorant yesterday for an opinion that I shared. It's very interesting. Somebody called me a racist for an opinion I shared about putting a shopping cart back. I happen to I was in the military 23 years, and we got taught to put things back. And here in the US, if you're listening from another country, I don't know if you have this problem. One thing was really cool. When I was in the UK, they call them trolleys there. They have a trolley return station where you can get money back when you return the trolley. it's an incentive. We should have that here, because sometimes you'll drive into a parking lot and all the open parking spaces are filled with shopping carts because people were too lazy to put them in the space. And I think that that's a self-leadership thing, and it's about working in excellence. Now, of course, if somebody's disabled, that's a different story, but that's the exception rather than the rule. And so I was sharing my opinion about the importance of putting the shopping cart back, and how I think it's a self-leadership thing. And it's if you can't do the small things in excellence, it's going to be harder to do the bigger things in excellence. I was called an a-hole, a racist, a superior, trying to lift myself up because I had no confidence. All this nasty stuff about me, and it's interesting that kind of thing used to bother me in the past, but now it's kind of like, wow, it's sad. Everybody can have an opinion. I wasn't putting anybody down. If the shoe fits, you might want to take a look in the mirror, because some people just do that out of laziness, and we've become a lazy country here in the US, in my humble opinion. But that I got attacked about that, and then I shared an opinion about negotiating a job salary. Most jobs here in the US have a salary range, and the interview is not the time to really discuss salary unless the interviewer wants to discuss the salary. Usually that comes in the job offer. And I shared my opinion about that, and so the guy called me ignorant, and "You're ignorant!" exclamation point. I heard a quote today that really made all that kind of nonsense make a lot of sense. It's like, people are mean and nasty because they're dissatisfied with their own life. They wouldn't typically say that type of thing to somebody's face, but being online, it makes it easier for somebody to lash out and attack somebody and tear somebody down. I've had so many people tear me down about what I'm doing in Kenya, call me a racist white savior and all this crazy stuff. I have been attacked. I had somebody call me a pink person. I guess my skin color looks pink online. And so they were like, "What's up with the pink lady? Is she making money supporting Black-owned business, or making money for the pink one?" Like, my assistant handled it beautifully, because I was like, "What? I don't understand." But that's what happens. People, I call them keyboard warriors. They hide behind their keyboards and they lash out at other people. And it's because they're unhappy with their own life, or they're angry about something. But I'm not doing anything but attempting to help people. And my family has grown to the 30 plus women and 80 plus kids in Kenya. I love them with all my heart, and I want to see them succeed. And I want to use all the knowledge I have to be able to help them to succeed and get their products out there and help them to have a better life. That's all I'm working on doing. And I don't make any money from it. I'd like to one day. It's okay to make money from a business, but right now, because the way the things are, I can't. And I want to make sure that they keep making money. So I'm working a job. Like, over here is my job that I'm taxing my brain every day, using my negotiation skills and doing contracts and all that type of thing that I'm doing, and all the craziness that goes with working a corporate job, just so I can pay the business expenses. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I'm just saying that for those people who say, "Oh, you're stealing all the money from those women." Yeah, okay. No, I'm not. The way it works with us is I purchase everything up front. We just placed an order. Some things are coming back, some black and white beads. Like, I don't have any here. Oh, yes, I do. Wait, where is it? Where is the black and white beads? Here we go. This has been a very popular style, and there's 50 of these coming. So for those of you who like this and see that there's only one showing online, there's 50 more coming. And so I bought 50 of these. I got some more of these beaded headbands because I'm just about sold out of those. I've got, what else do I have? I actually ordered some headbands like this with fabric wrapped around them and earrings to match. And I think I'm also getting some more mini clutches, and also seed bead baskets or whatever else. I haven't gotten the invoice from Layla yet, but she gets all the products. I order the products. I send her an order, she orders them from the ladies. Sometimes they need some funds in advance, and they get the funding in advance, and they to get the supplies if they need to, and then they make the oh, there's another necklace that I was out of that I'm getting, and then they send it. Then Layla sends me the invoice. If I send, I may send some money up front so they can buy supplies. This time I didn't have to. I think they had enough supplies to make the products I needed. And then Layla sends me an invoice. I send her the money. She pays them. And it's usually before I even get the product. It's already been shipped. And in this case, somebody's over there and bringing it back. So I should get it. I think he's coming back the first week in May. So I'll probably get it by the second week in May. I still have earrings that I'm waiting to be delivered that I don't know. We're going on what? 8, 9, going on 10 weeks. And I'm praying that they didn't get lost and that they get here. Anyway, so that's kind of how it works. The ladies get paid up front, and then I work hard to sell it. And then when I'm able to order more, I order more. And over the last year, the pandemic, obviously it's been not as speedy as I would have liked it for sales, which is understandable because of the things that we've all been going through, but sales are starting to increase both online and at Fairtrade Long Beach. Again, just a reminder, Mother's Day is coming. Go ahead and go over to basketsandbeadskenya.com. Let me bring up that banner. Woohoo! basketsandbeadskenya.com. Order something nice for somebody for Mother's Day. If you use the code LIVE2020, up through midnight tonight, you'll get 10% off. Free shipping over $25. There's a wonderful product that you can find for anybody on your Mother's Day list, or any other gift giving idea. If you want to give a gift to somebody, it's a great way to give a gift. And like I previously said, if you don't have, if you're not sure what to get a gift card. Let them choose, and that enables women in a slum who are struggling to survive and make ends meet. It helps them to build self-sustainability. We have a lot of plans, and somebody asked me what my 10-year plan is, and I'd like it to be a 5-year plan, but I'm hoping it doesn't take 10 years. I'm praying it doesn't take 10 years. Let's say it's not going to take 10 years. Buy some land, build some housing, build a manufacturing building for them to work in and make the beads, and then also have a farm so they can have multiple streams of income. That's my big vision and my big dream, to enable the ladies in Kenya to get out of that slum. That's my first thing. I want to get them out of that slum. There's no place for them to expand. There's no place for them to grow. If they have the opportunity to grow somewhere, they could actually plant and grow some maize and maybe some vegetables, and be able to feed themselves and also sell the excess and have a stream of income there. So we're teaching them to have multiple streams of income and enabling them to be fully supporting by their own contributions. That is our goal. So until that time, like I previously said, we will be raising funds to make sure that they have food. basketsandbeadskenya.org is where you can go do that. All right, everybody. I think my cat is here. Oh, yes, George is here meowing. You probably just heard him. Yes, George, what would you like to say? Really? Is that a fact? Okay. That's what George says. He wants me to go let him outside, I think. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Until next time, Nakupenda.